think we're live right now.
We're live. We're live.
Try to be respectful if you could.
Friday afternoon. I'm going to do my best.
All right, it's Downbeach Buzz, the webcast with Janice Berg-Levy. She said she couldn't do any type of webcast unless she was all fired up and pumped. You might even catch her tonight at Johnny's dancing to this song. Don't stop it now, don't stop it, no, don't stop it now, don't stop it.
I could go on and on about this song at Little John's for those who might remember that a million years ago. It used to be a club in Atlantic City.
All right, let's be serious. Come on.
Okay, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Haven't I told you I need you to be much more focused and serious? None of this nonsense.
I'm trying. But it is Friday afternoon. Come on, I know. TGIF.
All right. Don't ever say that again, TGIF. This is not about the weekend. This is about sending you on a mission like Dirty Jobs. We send Janice Berg-Levy going out for Downbeach Buzz, the webcast. It is June 18, 2021. And you had a really busy couple of days earlier today. You're going to talk about it. We have some video of you on the Downbeach Express, the Causeway, helping those mama terrapins cross the causeway. It is turtle crossing season. Also, we both went to the farmers market. We made sure not to go at the same time, so we got a different vibe of the Margate farmers market yesterday. And we were up on the Margate fishing pier. I took some pictures, and we're going to ask the feng shui consultant of the show, Janice Berg-Levy, to say, hey, what can we do with the Margate fishing pier, the public portion? Is that the show today?
I'm trying to hold my breath because you told me that I shouldn't make noises when you're speaking, but I was going to giggle.
Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
Just close your door, don't stop it now.
Whenever you need of a pickup. So let's get to the turtle crossing. None of this KC and the Sunshine Band nonsense. So you took some really great video. Sherry went out and spoke with Kim from the Margate, the Margate Terrapin Rescue Organization.
Yeah, I'm Janice, though. I'm Janice.
But you spoke with Kim, I'm sorry, right?
I spoke with Kim, and I'm Janice. That's right. Janice Berg-Levy.
Wait a second. I want to make a note of that. Hold on. Okay.
I did. I actually, Kim and I were waiting for just the right time to see turtles because we're right in that period of time where they start laying their eggs and moving around. And guess what? Nature agreed with us. So I don't know if you're going to turn it on here, but
yeah, it was cool because when you were talking about it, I was able to scrub through the actual video. So what we'll do now is play a little 2-minute clip of Janice talking with Kim from the Margate Terrapin Rescue Project out on the Margate Causeway earlier today, helping those baby mama, those mama terrapins as they cross the road for nesting. Is that right, Janice? Okay, I know your mic is off. Okay, here we go. See, you're. I give you instructions, you follow the instructions, and then I screw it up. Is that right? It's my fault.
You're making me crazy.
All right. Oh, very good.
This is a very educational. So at what age up to what age can they keep reproducing?
So they reproduce all the way until their death, which is sometimes between 25 and 30 years. They reach sexual maturity around 7. Okay. So after about 7, they can start reproducing, and they can lay more than one nest per year.
Oh, wow.
So she can come back and nest again.
And do they always try to come back to the same place?
Yeah, generally the same area. They have what's called, just trying to push off.
Yeah.
Site fidelity, which means that they'll come back to the same area generally.
Okay.
They don't migrate.
Okay.
They're not like sea turtles, which do a migration.
Yeah.
They stay around the same area, same marshes that they were living and born in. So.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Hi, honey. Let's look at you. Look at you. Let's look at her back for a second here. So show us so those rings you said are like on the tree.
So these are scutes. They're like different parts of the shell. They're like little pieces here. We call them scutes. And like a tree ring, you can somewhat determine the age of the terrapin based on the number of ridges.
Yeah.
However, what happens is the older they get, the more and more worn down they get as well. So they start to get a lot more, smoother and worn down. So it's hard to tell. So you can see, maybe up here there's some more still intact, but it gets a little bit difficult to tell.
Gotcha.
And bust based on her size, and she has quite a bit of wear and tear. You can see there's a crack here that's healed itself.
Yeah.
This crack here went up
Oh,
there, but it's healed
yeah.
itself. So they're able to heal some superficial cracks
Okay.
on their shells. Just part of the nature of how the shells work.
Yeah. So, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go measure you.
Great job, JBL.
Thank you, Mel. It was
That's-
really exciting and unpredictable because, as I said, when you go out there, you just never know if nature's going to cooperate.
So maybe you can give us a preview of this clip where we see a turtle and some rocks. What happened here?
So we were able to, there's some other video out and some photos, and we'll post those. But that particular turtle laid her eggs today. And after Kim went through the process of documenting, measuring, and also protecting the eggs, we'll show you a bit of that, we let her go. And this was her being released.
Oh, whoa. That is a fast speed. She said, get me the heck out of here.
I am so over you.
Over you, over everything. I'm exhausted. I left it. I did my duties. Let me go. Look at her go. Oh my God, is that cute? There she goes. Look at the head going. Oh, she says, I'm hot, and now I'm getting a swim. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. That's it, everybody. I'm gone.
What's going on there? Was a bank robbery going on?
Oh, that's the Margate Bridge on a beautiful day, Mel. Let me tell you, that those bells were ringing a lot.
But still, that's some great video there. You were able to see a mama laying some eggs, digging a hole, getting back to the water, and it was what a great trip. And so we'll post more of that video later. But we're going to move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
But great job with the turtles, the turtles, the terrapins. Looking across the road to lay some eggs.
Good job, Mel. And I will say this: people, you know how special and lucky you are to be able to live in this area, because look how close we are to nature, and really you can enjoy it. It doesn't take much.
You got that right. I was also thinking maybe we'd need a different, a different musical interlude. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, we know you're in there. Come out with your hands up.
I can't do that. Is that too hard rock for you?
Holy cow! Yeah. It's a wake-up call for Friday.
That's the jailbreak. That was the alarm going off because they were chasing some robbers, some bad guys.
Yeah.
All right, the next topic. Stop. Can you be serious for once?
Sorry, Mel.
I got
the straight one.
I got a turtle webcast going on here. So the next topic would be the farmers market, the Margate farmers market. Wasn't it nice to get back in the swing of things? It opened up yesterday morning, right? The first one of the season.
It was beautiful.
Okay. You can talk while we dig up these pictures.
I can talk. So I went over there bright and early, actually, because I wanted to make sure I could get a parking spot. Yes, I was lazy. I didn't bike over. And next week. But it was really fun. Walked around, got a feel for the vendors that are there. And go ahead,
Mel. This time around, it took out, it's not just the back lot. Now it's on the street, a couple of different streets. So it's really spread out. I thought that was a great idea. What about you?
It was excellent. It was really fun to walk around, and you have everything from, you see the coffee truck here in the back area toward on Cookie's actual lot there. There's flowers. A lot of people were buying the flowers. Very popular. And Water Dog is there. What else? You got meat. You got fish. You got. I picked up some blueberries. That's are really good. I got a couple of tomatoes just to see if I could get some that had some taste.
You don't see that alcohol, that wine right in front of you there?
I saw alcohol all over the place. And in fact, I saw people that were enjoying libation at 8:30 in the morning, which is a little early for me.
What's the matter with that? But it's,
I don't know.
it's a nice, you see some of the old timers, some of the older vendors that have always been there at the Margate Farmers Market every Thursday morning from 8:30 to 11:30 in the morning. But you got a lot of new vendors, so it's pretty exciting. And has June sent over a list? Because we'll definitely promote it if we know that full list. But I guess it's still probably evolving, right?
That's the impression that I get. I think that people were still figuring out, a lot of the vendors were still figuring out what their actual final location will be. So that'll make it easier for people as the weeks move on, because people were trying to get the lay of the land as much as anything else.
And you know what? There was during the past 14 months during the pandemic, one of the few silver linings was that we got real creative in dealing with outdoor space and having people enjoy a drink or eating al fresco. That's the one thing we really got good at in the past year and a half. An example here being the Stephen Cookies sort of trailer. How do you describe it? It's really a mobile trailer. They can move it to the location of their choice, right?
It is, and really, it's a nice setup here when they're not doing the farmers market. She's got some tables in the back there, so for those people that really want to enjoy the outdoors, you can actually have meals out there. And so if it's a last minute and you didn't make your reservation at Stephen Cookies, then at least you can still enjoy the food. So I've heard a lot of people saying how much they like. In fact, you can kind of see it in the far corner there, this picture, all the way in the back there.
There you go, right?
Yeah, you can see what some of the things that she's got set up. So it's great.
When I went back there, I go, wow, I did not know. But sometimes it's a good thing to shut down a street for a couple of hours and let the festival atmosphere take over. But great job here at the Margate Farmers Market. I got some more photos too. But yeah, look at this in the back, a seating area with tents and a lot of floral, and just really nice to be outside. Plus, we have the most perfect weather, right?
Oh, the weather was perfect. And also, see how you have little kids over there and the bikes. What I loved, even just walking around, the dogs, the kids, it really is a family experience. It makes you feel good.
And I'm not sure if everybody realizes this, but you see those white tubs, those coolers that you see in the lower left-hand side of the screen. Those are big things of meat, different beef. So there's all kinds of things, some surprises, a lot of surprises at the Margate Farmers Market. But I was surprised to see that there was pork in there and different sides of beef. I'm like, hey, how about it?
Yeah, that looked really nice. They also have a fish. I think it's Viking is the fish.
The dayboat scallop lady. She was there. She's the one with the large. I love those big glasses. She's always the nicest person.
She was there. She was telling us what she had fresh that day.
And here we are on the front. We're here at Amherst Avenue. So you can see how, I think Monroe and Amherst and the back of Stephen Cookies. So it was like a miniature Margate Fall Fun Fest day. It kind of gave me that vibe. I have a feeling this would be very, very popular moving forward.
When I was there early, Tony Baloney's had a line beyond belief. And people were buying the pizzas and all the other goodies they had there. So that was a really busy one. Not to mention the challah lady, because I always have to get my challah.
I think I missed that.
My challah, the vanilla challah, is really, really good. I highly recommend that. Long line.
Look at the setup here at Tony Baloney. He's got he does not goof around. He is focused on providing a great experience here.
Yeah, he did. Like I said, it was packed over there. And these bagels, I want to try those bagels. They look really good. Yeah,
that's new to me. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Even Hannah G's in the house. Whoa.
Oh, Hannah. Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, was he there? I'm not sure. Did I see him smile? Was he smiling?
I didn't see Kevin.
Was he being pleasant? Because he normally is.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin.
Yeah, he's Mr. Sunshine.
Mm.
No, but it was nice to see Hannah G's here. It really was.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes. Mushrooms and cacti, fresh gourmet mushrooms, and just some pictures of salt water. Have you been in here yet?
I was there last year, and it's funny. It's just I'm going to get back there. I've been making my way around restaurants, as you well know. I'm going to get in there again.
It's a beautiful block. Look at all the al fresco dining. A lot of just is a really beautiful block of Margate.
It is, and they make it nice. They all these little groupings here with the hanging flowers. They maintain everything. So yeah, a fun one. We'll have more pictures, I think, as the weeks go on, as far as the farmers market, because I do think that's going to get There are going to be a lot more vendors and a lot more special events and things like that. So we'll make sure we cover that.
That sounds good.
Don't stop it now.
That's enough. So I told you to kind of keep it serious. I know it's Friday and you're getting ready, you and your husband, to go out and have a good time and to tear the place up. And try, please be respectful inside the clubs. No drinks on the dance floor. Janice Berg-Levy.
None of it's glass. I can't commit if it's not a glass.
So the other topics we could be covering, Margate suggests, and this is not, we're going to talk about it now, but I just thought I'd give you a teaser. Margate has always talked about having a curfew for those damn kids that are just trying to have a good time at Club Wa. But sometimes things get out of hand and stuff like that. Should there be a curfew? Well, in Atlantic City, they have a curfew, 10 o'clock. If you're under 18 and your mom is not around, you're going to be hauled in. And then you have to have somebody pick you up. So, but one day we'll talk about that. And another topic of great, very near and dear to my heart, I think about it a lot, fencing. Should there be some kind of a more aggressive stance toward everybody's putting up fences? So
okay, because when you said fencing, I'm thinking, are you talking about a sport? Is this like a new sport or something going on?
I should have been more careful. No, but it's fencing around your property, your house. And I am one of the few people that actually listen to the Margate commissioners meetings or the planning board, and I'm fascinated by setbacks and third floor decks, which seem to be multiplying by like rabbits. But the other thing that's multiplying, and our code enforcement guy, Roger McLarnon, I think his name is, a fine gentleman, he goes, listen, we got like 60, 70 people out there. They're just, every Saturday, these fences are popping up, and it's against the ordinance. And then one of the gentlemen, I forget his name, from the planning board, his name is on the tip of my tongue. He talked about how, hey, listen, we got to, enforce this thing, because one of the code enforcement guys was kind of not doing his job. It's great drama, and only a few people like me and one other person find this fascinating. But you really can't have fencing. And the reason why Margate doesn't want fencing in the front yards is because we want to show off the beauty of the landscaping, the flowers. You got to admit, Margate has spectacular house fronts that are very colorful. And once you put a fence up, it kind of kills it. But on the flip side, there's these laws that said if you have a dog that could be 60 pounds, you put him out in the yard, you got to have a fence. And then, of course, it's enforcement. For some reason, every Saturday, fences pop up, and they say there could be somewhere near 60 or 70 fences, illegal fences right now in Margate. But they're like, what do we want to do? Knock on each door and say, take it down? Right. I don't know.
Look, I would just say, when you say fences in general, we have to be careful, because most people follow the rules and most people get a permit, or it's part of when they are redoing a home or, whatever, taking down and rebuilding, whatever it is. I think so. We just want to make sure we're clear. It's fine. I mean, if you've gone through the process and you've got all your permits, go for it. But I think that rules are there for a reason, and the city wants to make sure that it's an enjoyable place for everyone. So we'll talk more about that one.
Yeah, I'm going to dig up some audio from that and get into it. But it's, when I think about it, what would I do if I was king for a day and decide, okay, are we allowed to have fences or no? It's not an easy answer. You might think it is, but both sides have really a lot of merit, which kind of makes it an interesting discussion. Yeah. But it has to be dealt with. It's kind of like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Anyway, Janice Berg-Levy, I thought maybe you would give us some, because you're the person here on this webcast that might be able to figure out a way of taking the public portion of the Margate Fishing Pier. How would we make it better, more inviting for the public to enjoy? You think you could provide some input on that?
Well, I'm going to put my marketing hat on. Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, so we can do that. I can talk about it from a marketing perspective on what I might do, because I think that there are some nice things to enjoy about it, even though it's not a really large area. I think the first thing is awareness. So hopefully we're pointing out some things here to make people aware that you can enjoy that piece of it. So, again, what do you want to do there? Maybe you want to take some pictures. Maybe you just want to, let your kids run up and down. I don't know.
I
But
was thinking something like at the very least, an observation deck, but the steps are so far away. But let me
yeah,
get to the one area that has the most promise. I'm gonna give you a layup here, a little softball here. Let me zoom ahead here. There we go. That's the space that's wide enough where you might put chairs. You might put a
nice,
water fountain. Maybe you put
pretty.
a small shower. Who knows what you'd put here? But okay, Johannesburg Levy, feel free to design this with your expertise in interior and exterior design.
Oh yes, absolutely. I like that idea, Mel, actually, of putting some benches and actually some sort of something enjoyable, like a penny fountain or something like that. The kids would love that. That's a great idea. Yeah. Or put some. Well, I was going to say put some koi in, but then we got a whole other problem. Forget that. That becomes a seagull issue, which we don't want to deal with, right? But yeah, do something that makes it pretty. More beautification, some lovely flowers. I'm just trying to think of other piers. I mean, I'm jealous. I think Ventnor has a great pier. I know you've showed it a few times, and it would be nice if Margate had at least something like that for us to enjoy.
Yeah, I was when I went up there. I thought, go wow, this is really really nice, and you really can do something with this, even though it's not over the water and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But there is access to the public, and I'm peeking through the gate, and you could get to see out in the distance there. That's the new portion of the Margate Fishing Pier that you have to be a member of the Margate, the Anglers Club of South Jersey, I think it's called. I always mix that up and mess that up. But it's not very hard. You have to be sponsored though by somebody, and I think it costs about $400 a year, and you get to fish out here, but you can't fish anywhere else on the pier. So I just wanted to give you a warning with that one.
Right. Well, even that's kind of, I mean, interesting when you say, you can fish over there. So maybe you can extend something, even just really cool photography of the fish that people are catching. This is the teacher in me, that you could take that gorgeous photography and put it in that little area there. Put some of those pictures up and maybe feature some of the people that have caught the fish. That'd be kind of fun. I would find that interesting. Because I don't
Well,
know what I'm not a fisherman woman, but I would love to see what people are catching locally.
what do you think about this access? This is how you get on the pier. So most people that will walk past the pier will not walk past the pier up here. They'll walk past the pier or under the pier down by the water, but there's no access. So you have to really walk all the way up the beach to find these steps. I don't know if they thought this through, but people really will not walk here. And I realize you can't have steps everywhere, but let's face it. Taxpayer monies were used to elongate this pier, and let's make it nice for the public and make people know that this pier has a place to sit down. I mean, it seems like some of our short towns, we have difficulty being able to get things like bike racks and benches. It's beyond our reach, but anyway.
Well, Mel, they are, when you talk about benches, Mel, one of the things that I really like now in Margate is a lot of the beaches have put benches on as you're going over the dunes, and you can actually, sponsor it. Okay. So whether that's in memory of a loved one or a business, which makes it nice. So that's another great idea. And also, it helps the city. It will help fund whatever we want to do over there. So that could be kind of cool. Mel, I have an idea. Why don't we ask the viewers to send us some ideas?
Well, you know how I think that's a good idea. That's all I can say. What can I tell you?
Send us positive ideas, please.
When I'm drinking, that means I have something good coming up next.
Oh boy.
And
You're licking your lips. That's also a problem.
And then we have to go. Then we have to leave. None of this
Then we have to
nonsense.
go.
None of
Okay.
this nonsense. None of this nonsense.
All right.
So remember I told you that there's this thing going on with the curfew and these ruffians, because I feel, if you come anywhere near my house, you always hear me at nighttime yelling out the window, "Hey kids, get off of my lawn." That's me. And that's what's happening. Kids getting kind of nutty. They don't know what to do. So there has been some talk over the years of a curfew in Margate because that Club WA thing gets out of whack. And sometimes a couple of kids get out of hand and then it kind of spreads and it gets a mess. And the summer hasn't even begun yet. But over in Atlantic City, they just ratcheted up the enforcement of their curfew. They've had a curfew since hey, kids under the age of 18, you got to be off the street, no boardwalk after 10 o'clock. And they really don't enforce it. But now it seems like they're going to enforce it. So much so they installed a loudspeaker system. Do you want to hear that, Janice, or do you want to hear like?
I'm afraid. I have a feeling you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I have to. It's because I know that, this is a big issue, but it's a lovely sound. And they're going to have one of these speaker systems in each neighborhood of Atlantic City. And I'm pretty sure it's going to lovingly spill over into Ventnor. It's
Absolutely. But keep in mind, guys, what we're saying is this is in Atlantic City. This is not Downbeach.
Yeah, I think Downbeach and the Margate folks, we're going to tackle this challenge appropriately, where Atlantic City, they just come up with some crazy idea like this one. And would you like to hear the beautiful speaker system that goes off at 10 o'clock every night to tell these kids to get home? You ready?
Go for it. Go for it.
You're shaking.
You're a man on a mission. I'm saying yes, but I'm really shaking my head. Go for it. Janice
Berg-Levy, you can trust me. You can trust me. Ready? Here we go.
Sure.
Welcome to the Atlantic City Boardwalk. It's a great day here in Atlantic City. Can you say great day? Great day. This is a test of the Atlantic City warning system. The next tone will be very loud.
Now, mind you, this is being broadcast to the entire city. Remember, this is a test.
I'm sorry about that, but that's pretty nasty, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what?
That's not a joke. That's the curfew system for the city of Atlantic City. Every night at 10 o'clock, that's going to go off in the different neighborhoods of Atlantic City to tell kids under the age of 18, get the hell home.
I think that'll really enhance the tourism. If I'm a tourist, I can't wait to have that.
Oh.
And little babies sleeping. Oh, please, I'm going to look forward to that. I have a business idea. Let's get earplugs. Let's give out earplugs.
I don't know that, Margate has, they take the light touch, the white glove approach. They want to take it appropriately, where Atlantic City goes all in with a bazooka and speakers in every neighborhood. So that's about it. All right. Are you done? We've had enough of your silliness. You did a great job with the turtles. Great video with the Terrapins.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you'll get more, keeping us up to speed on that. Also, we had some fun talking about how you'll be drinking every single Thursday morning at the farmers market. Is that the way I remember you saying?
Now that I know there's liquor there, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna bring my little my own cup though.
It's unfortunate. It's only 4 hours because I know that everybody has to wake up immediately and start drinking. But it's a beautiful. I mean, if it's the weekend, what the hell, right?
Well, it's a Thursday.
And we'll talk about fencing, because if I found out that you, Janice Berg-Levy, and that husband of yours put a big giant white vinyl fence in front of that beautiful garden that you grew and you built and you designed, I'd be very disappointed in you.
We're not putting a fence in the front. Don't you worry.
Because I'll get that McLaren guy on you right away.
Don't
Roger,
go there.
No, but Roger, I feel really bad for Roger. Roger's like, we don't know how to stop it. It's like they're growing like a weed. At first, he's trying to stop the growth of third floor decks. They keep popping up. Sorry, I didn't know.
It's like whack-a-mole. It's a whack-a-mole thing.
And he says that people, maybe it was somebody said it last night on the council meeting or the commissioners meeting, saying, listen, people say, screw you, I'm building anyway. That's what happens. There's some, would you say there's some very aggressive type A people that live in Margate?
They're driven. They're very driven.
That's a good way of putting it.
You like that? They're driven.
Get out of here. I'm putting a fence up now. What do you do? You got
to find them.
I would send out the muscle. I would send out Becker with a handful of brass, muscle.
Take away the beach badges.
Jeez. Yeah. So people are putting fences up.
Yeah.
And they also talk about there's many, many more dogs as of late. Listen, we all love dogs, but now everybody has a dog. And if you don't have a dog, you're an outcast like me.
Oh, stop it! We're gonna have Cooper on one of these episodes.
Oh, Cooper, that's
Cooper,
a
my mini golden doodle.
a doodle. Yeah, he's very nice.
My doodle, Mr.
Two-
Cooper. Yeah,
yeah.
he's got a following, by the way, on social media. So.
But that, even though it sounds weird, why they're talking about what people are doing there down the dividing line of their property where two driveways come together. Technically and legally, they're allowed to put a fence in between. And like he said, people are just getting creative and they're doing all kinds of stuff to create a little privacy. Or what's happening is, and you got to feel for the homeowners that want the fence. Listen, we don't want dogs like Cooper, but Cooper would never pee on my lawn.
No, Cooper is very well behaved.
He's potty trained. I know.
He is. He rings a bell.
But that is one of the big reasons why people want fences, because their grass is getting burn spots. And you know what that means, right?
Absolutely. Well, I think the other thing too is it depends. If you're on a major road, you want to be able to have a little more privacy on that front lawn. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons why people are doing it. Yeah.
There really is. I look at both sides and I 100% agree. Margate is so unique because it's so floral and a lot of greenery. And the flowers and the landscaping, it's just beautiful. That is a big part of the Margate mystique.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to block that with something. On the flip side, you do want some privacy here and there, and you want to protect the dogs. But the other thing is your landscaping is getting destroyed by dogs just doing their duty. So it's both sides have a really good story and a good argument.
I like that, doing their duty. Is that like in quotes? Doing their duty.
Yeah, and the other one that people just say they just do it and they say screw it is, so the third floor decks, that's a big one, but there's something else that's always in violation. It just happens all the time. They go, I didn't know. It's got to be a tough job to be a code enforcement guy, because you're dealing with some pretty smart cookies that own property.
For sure.
Yeah,
it's a hard job, but we appreciate it. I know they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, I just felt really bad for Roger, because it's like it is whack-a-mole.
That's why I said, yeah.
Even when he says don't do that, they do it anyway.
Hey, listen, having grown up here, you know that was the nice part of this town is people loving their gardens and I mean it was a whole garden program. Beautification program.
But at the end of the day, if I had to make a decision, I'd probably say, man, you got to really seriously limit those fences, because it will really change the visual makeup of Margate if those fences keep growing. And I hate to even have to make that. If I had to make a decision, I kind of lean on that, because the beauty of Margate, you do not want to mess with that.
Yes. Well, more to come on that topic, huh?
But I could change my mind next week. All right, you've had enough of me?
I think so. I think we're good. We're good for another week.
We'll take you out with a nice dance. Janice Berg Levy.
I'm warming up.
And if you need to reach out to us, go to downbeachbuzz.com. That's downbeachbuzz.com. You can contact myself. Maybe you need some marketing help, some advertising, or just you want to tell us how awesome we are. Go to downbeachbuzz.com and we'll take you out with a little dancing. Is that okay, Janice Berg Levy?
Absolutely. It's a warm up for tonight.
Right.
I gotta exercise before I eat another meal.
All right, here we go.
Keep it coming alive. Keep it coming alive. Don't stop it now. Don't stop. No, don't stop.